G'day traders, I'm Rich. Welcome to the Traders Outpost. Today, I thought I'd give you a quick preview of our Portfolio Compiler, which is a new tool that we'll shortly be adding to our shop in the next month or so. This compiler has been programmed in MS Access and will enable you to consolidate all your trade results from an array of different platforms into a single database, from which you can then create powerful portfolios very easily. So I have some questions for you all. How many strategies have you tested or live traded in the past, and can you remember all of them? How many have you thrown away? Which of those strategies might still be solid performers today? And what was that great strategy that I used to trade 7 years ago? As you progress in your trading life, these questions arise from time to time, and unfortunately, if you are not organised, you may find that you can never obtain the answers to these questions, as you have either forgotten to save this information or simply can't remember where you saved it. Now, the sad part of this common tale amongst traders is that if you could easily access this information about some of your better systems, then you possibly have at your fingertips some powerful strategies that could be compiled into even more powerful portfolios. This portfolio compiler therefore seeks to address this common problem. So let's get into it. When you open the database, you are brought to the main menu, which comprise navigation buttons to access different modules of the database. These modules include the Systems list, the Strategy list, Trade History list, and then the compiler. The navigation structure follows a hierarchy of one-to-many relationships that commences at the system level, then the strategy level, and finally the trade history level. When you click on the Systems list, you are then brought to a listing of the different systems that you might have traded in the past. This example shows 3 different systems comprising the ATS Bollinger Mean Reversion template, which is available from the ATS store, a discretionary system momentum trading system that operates off the M30 timeframe, and data mine strategies developed using EA Studio. You can have as many different systems as you like, and over time this will compile into a large listing that provides a comprehensive history of the different types of system that you have traded or tested over your trading career. If you double-click on a list item, you then drill down into the Form view, which holds further information about the system and also includes a list of strategies that are linked to that system. In this example, we can see when this system was created, the date which it became effective, and notes about the system. You can also click on the attachments and see what additional resources are linked to this system. In this example, you can drill down into a visual graph that describes the system and also access the Excel template that applies to this system. We can also see all the different strategy variations applied to this system in the strategy listing. In this example, we have 10 different strategies that link to this simple system. So let's go back to the main menu. Let's now have a sneak peek into the Directional Momentum Trader system to see its strategies. As you can see, there are 24 different strategies that link to this particular system across a range of different instruments. So back to the main menu. Now let's have a sneak preview of the strategy list. As you can see, all the different strategies are listed on the screen. In this example, we have 36 different strategies listed. Let's filter this list to only those that trade the M30 timeframe. Let's further restrict the list to exclude all indices. Now let's drill down into the AUD CAD strategy by double-clicking on the list item. We are then taken to the form view of this particular strategy, where we see the details of the strategy and all the trade history associated with it from a variety of different sources. Just like the previous example, we can filter the trade history using a vast array of different filters. For example, let's filter for short trades only. Now let's restrict the trades list to those trades taken after the 1st of January 2018. You can start to see the power of this database's functionality. Now let's return to the main menu. Let's move on to the trade history list. You can now see the complete array of trades recorded in this database. In this example, there are 4,386 trade records. Just like the other screens, we can apply filters to this information. For example, let's restrict the trades to those undertaken using the Pepperstone platform only. Now let's sort the trades from the least profitable trade to the most profitable trade. Easy, isn't it? Okay, so let's get back to the main menu, because now we get into some interesting stuff with the compiler. So let's now move to the compiler. This is the workhorse element of the database where you commence a strategy compilation exercise for later portfolio treatment. On this screen we are presented with a listing of the systems and strategies and whether they are active for collation or not. Currently, the compiler section of the screen includes all 36 strategies and their respective performance metrics. The total trades undertaken for all systems within the specified date range is 4,234 trades. Now let's change the date range to the period from the 1st of January 2010 to 31st of December 2018. As you can see, the performance results have now altered and the total number of trades is now 3,362. So now let's get stuck into the collation of strategies that possess slight profitability over the data range. Perhaps some of these strategies have an edge. Let's get rid of those poor 8 performers that have produced a loss over the period by making them inactive. Now we are left with 28 strategies that have at least displayed a slight profit over the period. Okay, so now we want to export this data to our portfolio creator. At the top right of the screen, you'll see that we can export all trade details from this refined list for additional data analysis and crunching and other software. Just click on the Trade Details Export button. Notice how we have now created a comprehensive trade list which can be copied to MS Excel and other software. But for now, we want to focus our attention on the selection buttons used for this portfolio crunching exercise, which are the Portfolio Analytics Dump button and the Portfolio Returns Dump button. We open up our Portfolio Analyzer spreadsheet and we are now ready to receive the dump data. So let's dump the portfolio returns first into the spreadsheet. Now let's dump the portfolio analytics into the spreadsheet. Well, that's it for the database. We can now close it. So now we turn our attention to the portfolio analytics spreadsheet. Let's now move to the Summary tab, where we can see important performance metrics of the entire collection. So at the moment, we have a portfolio with an initial $50,000 balance that produces an 18.64% compound annual growth rate, with a 9.46% drawdown over the selected period. In risk-weighted terms, this produces a MAR ratio of 1.97. The MAR ratio is determined by dividing the compound annual growth rate by the maximum drawdown. However, we can do a lot better with a bit of correlation and performance analysis. So let's now move to the Charts tab to get creative. Firstly, we turn off all the selected strategies before we start compiling. We start by working on the best performers in terms of the MAR ratio and turn them on. So far so good, but more work to do. Now let's turn on those strategies that offer correlation benefits. So here we are. We now have a raw portfolio with an initial $50,000 balance that produces a 17.95% compound annual growth rate with a reduced drawdown of 7.3% over the period. In risk-weighted terms, this produces a MAR ratio of 2.46, which is far higher than the untreated portfolio of 1.97. Having fine-tuned the portfolio, now we are ready to turn on the monthly compounding. Let's see what this produces. Now let's focus on those numbers. Using monthly compounding, the results offer a 41.26% compound annual growth rate with a maximum drawdown of only 13.26%. The MAR ratio of the compounded solution is a whopping 3.11. And look at that compounded equity curve. So there you have it. What originally were regarded as lost strategies or poor performing strategies have now been resurrected by the portfolio collator and together as a composite have the potential to produce excellent future risk-weighted returns. We are looking forward to adding this collator to our shop in the next few weeks. So if you like this video, then make sure you become a subscriber to this channel to receive further useful information about updates on our trading tools. Go on, click that subscribe button now. You can also read more about us at ATS by clicking on the website link below this presentation. Cheers guys, and remember, there's gold in them there hills.